The segue.
Games.
Aloha, everyone. Anyone in here I don't know. To my friends that I do, thank you for coming. Two things. One, not a genius, not retired. Still doing software stuff, just work from home software guy. I was doing it in Seattle. Now I'm doing it here. And that's because the island had some idea of what I should be doing before I got here. So when I got here, it just explained it to me. Now I'm doing it. And that's acting as a bridge between some of the louder. Sorry, that's a rare criticism for me, so thank you. I'm acting as a bridge between the longtime high-end island residents and also the travelers who are here on the island who stay over at these resorts, as someone who can connect them with, as long as you're doing the sinning thing with the words, I will go ahead and sin with the words, in no way to offend anyone, a more authentic aloha kind of experience. Aloha is everywhere. They wave at you from behind the desk, aloha. You can buy gas, aloha. You can everything aloha. There's a different layer that happens within the locals and within the culture here. There are people who are of immense personal power and healing abilities who do not typically interact with the public for reasons that I'm sure are vibrating all over the room. They don't want to deal with it. And not only do they not want to deal with it, but the people that they do get, they want to be ready to shift. They want those people to be in the right place so that when the offering is made, we are all familiar with when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. If the patient, person who's receiving the treatment, is not open to the treatment, you could dance on the head of a pin, nothing is going to happen for this soul, right? So what we have on the island is, for the first time now, a softening of even as the females all around, even as the place steps up and honors its female energy, part of what's happening here within the culture is there's a softening of the male energy enough to open a little window into this culture, which, for whatever reason, some of the locals have decided they like me enough to allow me to open this window for them, to create what is absolutely, most definitely a financial flow. That's the goal for the kahunas in town who have said to me, oh, we don't take money for that. My response is, don't keep it. If you don't want to, pass it along. I have the marketing and the management and the this and the that and the blah, blah, blah. I'll hook you up. If it's burning a hole in your pocket, give it to your community center, your family, your church, whatever it is that you are inclined to do with it, just be a part of the flow in a way that I am just a part of the flow. I'm just creating the window of opportunity. This is and I don't charge anything to the local people. They decide what they want to charge, and I say fine, and then I add some on top of that when I market it to the wealthy people who have much more money than peace. They're offering what they have, right? If you would do the healing for bananas, but you won't do the healing for cash, in a way, you're devaluing the offering of the person who's offering. This is what they got. They spent their life doing what they're doing. As a healer, you have to evaluate for yourself how comfortable you are simply accepting what they have to offer you. If you're comfortable doing so, accept it. If you're not comfortable doing so, don't. It's just that simple. And so what I'm doing on the island, because of the opportunity that's been given to me to create a personal context that I have with some of the cultural people on the island, I'm opening that window a little bit. A perfect example of what's in my head. When you go to a basketball game, high school basketball game around here, you jump up and down, you scream, you shout, you elbow your neighbor, right? When you go to the library, you whisper, you tiptoe, you put stuff back where you found it. What we need to do is present this island as a library of culture, healing, and wisdom to the planet at large. The whole place is a healing center. It's not about individuals working against each other or not combining resources. I'm sure some of you are familiar with Keynote, a magazine that's come out, been around lately. You know, this is a perfect example of how we can weave together multiple kinds of energies for a common goal. Right now there's a magazine publishing distributions strike or something going on, or the company went bankrupt.
Absolute disaster for the state, and at the airports, all of the magazine racks are empty.
Oh my God.
Just completely empty, and 10,000 people an hour looking at them.
Wow.
For what going right in. Is that a window of opportunity for someone also to help?
If we only knew someone who had a magazine. Ta-da! We do! As of 4 months ago, we got this magazine on the island. And so this is by having the magazine work in a way that promotes the kind of experience that we're talking about, and talking about it both with locals and with visitors. We weave together all of the different parts of what each of us has to offer into this larger whole. As Pila so elegantly said earlier, we have to overcome our differences. The time on the planet is such that we need to find our commonalities. We need to overcome our differences, not focus on them in a self-righteous kind of a way. We've got to team up to take whatever talents we've got. When we do so, opportunity is going to present itself, because 600,000 people come here in the at slow time. I think we had 600. We're on a
Used to be 1.5 million a year.
Yeah, so now we're down to whatever. Let's use 100,000 a month as a round number for visitors who are coming to the island. Let's suppose of those 100,000 people who are coming here every month, 2/3 of those people I know for a fact from the Big Island Visitors Bureau, 2/3 of those people are repeat visitors, right? We've got 70,000 people a month coming here, coming back. Why? Something in here is tugging them back, right? They know what they're looking for. We have what they're looking for. It's about bridging the gap of awareness. They want it. They know they want it. The talent is here. No bridge exists. I started this because a woman was sitting on my porch at the edge of YPO, and she looked at me and said she's a soma geometry, sound healing, yoga person. She said she was on her way to the mainland to make a living for 6 months. I had just come to the island. I'd only been here about 3 weeks. I thought that was crazy. I thought people came to this island for that purpose. That's when it began to be introduced to me. There was no bridge. So the company is Wellness with Aloha, picks their stuff on Pila's table outside. The man who makes me look good, as you can see, personal style is not my big thing. So that man right there in the black that you've been introduced to before, Wave and Dean, is responsible for making me look good. If he can do that, he has a lot of talent. So you may trust him with you know, the presentation, and if you find it to be attractive and compelling, as most people seem to, thank him. My idea is packaging.
Great.